Hi, I'm Tom.
I'm Molly.
Welcome to Friends at Gameology, hosted by MoonlightCrew.com.
Reviews for science.
In 7 minutes or less. Smash Up! Smash Up is an area control game of sorts in which you try to get the most points, up to 15 won the game, and then you try to get the most points from being the first player, the person with the most power on these bases. And then there's a second place, so the second and third players would get 1 point here, whereas, say on this base, there's 4 points for first, 2 for second, and 1 for third, so it really matters who gets second and third. Then on this base, it's only 2 for the first, but none for the second and third player. Well, how to determine that is whoever has the most power when the base is broken. Base is broken by attaining power up to this number on the top, when you're looking at it, top left. So we got 17, 20, and 12. Once you hit that number, the sum of everyone's power there is that number. You count up to see who's the most power, and then you assign points. So, I mean, not too complicated, but you've got a ton of decks. They're all different factions from which you will choose or be dealt randomly or however. You're going to get 2 of these, and you will shuffle them together, and that will be your play deck. They have just 2 types of cards in there, actions and minions. You get to play 1 each per turn. And so you've got the tricksters and the pirates and the zombies and the dinosaurs and the ninjas, and there's just all sorts of cool stuff. So, simplicity versus complexity.
I think it's simple, and you play a minion and action, and that's it. But I think it's complex, and to play on a base, these are bases to play, to get to the number, to then get points. I think it's pretty simple. But if you look at all of these cards, they have so much text, every single one, and there are a couple of repeats, so if you saw that one before, you're like, okay. Or if you're familiar with the game, but for those that are not, there's text on all I keep on dropping these, on all of these cards. That's where I think it gets complex. Just because you're reading the cards and what are you going to do? Simple but yet complex because of the text.
Definitely simple concept, but there's going to be a lot of time where people are reading the cards to make the best decision. And you're trying to remember of a hand of 10 cards what you wanted to do this turn, but now things have changed. So there's some complexity here. Something that I would say, because of that, you may care to steer clear of people who take very long turns anyway, because this is going to aggravate that.
Yeah, because they're going to read, because you draw, I mean, they're going to read it. Hopefully they read it while it's not their turn, but...
when it comes to luck versus strategy, I say this game is very strategic. You shuffle your cards together and you draw from the top, so sometimes you're going to luck into a good card or you won't luck into a good card, and that's just random chance. But what you do with your hand and the decisions you make and the bases upon which you play, there is so much strategy here, and it's funny because it's such a little game, and it has, you know, just kind of goofy...
8 decks of cards?
I'm playing as the Ninja Pirates, which is, you know...
Which is awesome, by the way.
Right, but then I'm the zombie... Dinosaurs, and so it sounds like a goofy theme, of which it is, but man, there's some strategy here.
Yeah, for the name Smash Up, which is what you do. You're trying to smash your opponents, literally.
Well, and smash your decks up.
Is that why it's called Smash Up?
I think it is, because you take your decks and you smash them up.
Because it's not a deck building game.
It's like a mashup, but it's a smash up.
Oh, look at me misunderstanding the name.
It could be me that misunderstood.
Maybe it's just a really complex name, and so it has so many different levels. I got it, like mini books. Okay.
Like onions, lots of layers.
Or ogres.
Or ogres.
Either one. Okay, so luck versus strategy. Yeah, I would agree that it is very strategic. You've got 2 decks that do different things. They have different abilities. The dinosaurs are really big. The robots are not, but they can become big because you can add them up.
Play a lot of cards.
Yeah, which is why they're not big, because if you play a bunch, then they become huge. And so really, it is strategic. How are you going to get those 2 to work together? Ninja Pirate, just so many things. It is very strategic in how you play. Yeah, fun versus boring.
Super fun. Molly was just touching on some of the fun. The aliens have alternate VP and return things to the hands. The tricksters just mess with everyone else's deck.
Yes.
The pirates move things. The wizards draw a ton of cards. The ninjas destroy stuff. Like she said, the dinosaurs are just gigantic. Huge. They just have a lot of power. Yeah. The zombies manipulate the discard pile.
As if, like, coming back from the dead.
Yeah, like the robots coming out a ton at a time. They're small, but they don't stop coming, and so there's so much theme. I like
Yes.
how the theme matches. Like, of course, zombies come back from the dead. Of course, dinosaurs are huge. Of course, ninjas destroy stuff. And so there's just, it's super cool. I really like how it plays. I've enjoyed myself every time I've played. So much fun.
Yeah, I would say this game is fun. I think I like the theme because each deck is so particular in what it does, and it speaks to like the tricksters just messing with everyone's deck. And then when you combine them, you really are you the trickster dinosaurs or the dinosaur tricksters? We always mix it up. Which one? We always smash it up. Whichever one we just decide to say first is the adjective. But I think this game is fun. It can, to me, get bogged down in the text. New people, or even people that just like to read over and over and over again. I don't know. But that's one thing that I would say is a little bit of a downside to me in this game. Is this is really, really text heavy. BGG rating.
The Board Game Geek rating system, this is a 10 out of 10 easily. I always want to play this game. I will never turn it down. I've bought into, I think, almost all the expansions by now. It's so much fun, and my only caveat to that would be it's got to be played quickly. It can't be played with people who have severe analysis paralysis, because I mean I feel that way about most games, but this is a fast game, so let's be fast about it.
It should be fast. Yeah, I would give this a 6. It's just above average. Willing to play sometimes, but I'm also correct in this. But the smash up. We presented the evidence.
You be the judge.